Good morning. Welcome to Vitality and Values, the place for advice and awareness. We're on day 2 of a 2-week sugar detox. And so it's now time for cha-cha time, chakra time. Chakras. What are your chakras? What are chakras? Do you feel stressed or overstimulated or unfocused, angry, worried, resentful, unmotivated, lethargic, unwell? With the chakras, you can learn how to increase your self-awareness, your how to nurture yourself and unlock your unlimited potential. It's the flow of the imbalance of the energy of your emotions. And so our emotions will influence us on how we react. You know, what are our actions, how we react, what kind of choices we make throughout the day. So let's take a look into our 7 chakras. And let's see what the message for today is. Alright, so let's start the morning with some tea, promoting plant-based foods to boost the immune system, to help with your endocrine system. The endocrine system is associated with your chakras. That's your pituitary gland, your thyroid, your third eye, your thyroid, your heart, your adrenals, your sexuality, and then the base. So I'm gonna do a drop of Thieves essential oil. Make sure that the essential oils you're using are therapeutic grade A. Not all essential oils are created equally. And so just smelling this, inhaling this, you see the vape? Inhaling that will trigger parts of your brain. The pituitary is their 6th chakra, and so that's controls your adrenals, fight, flight, and freeze, your hormones. And so let's just take a time out early in the morning, every morning. Just sorry, I had a call coming in. So create a time in the morning. So I'm gonna do mine from 8 to 9 every morning. I'll sit down, I'm gonna read cards, and this is gonna provide the place to just get in tune with my mind, with my emotions, with my body. What is it that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling that way? And we're gonna use the cards as a template, or just to help us navigate what it is that we're feeling. So keep in mind that this is a general reading. Take what resonates, toss what doesn't. But go ahead and get yourself a tea. Oregano is a really good tea for feeling vulnerable. So a super heart. So I'm gonna pull out 7 cards. Okay, the first from 1 to 7 is this is the first to 7. First chakra, 7th chakra. Okay, so Spirit, what message do you have for my viewers today? If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Veronica. I suffered with anxiety and depression since a teenager. I started drinking alcohol to numb the anxiety, which I suffered with really, really strong PMS. And by my mid-20s, I knew something was wrong. Not wrong, but I just knew that I was like more sensitive. Or overly sensitive. I just knew something was wrong, so I started looking into my birth control. But then I kind of just left it at that. It wasn't until my son was diagnosed with ADHD in the 2nd grade. By 5th grade, I took him off his medication, Adderall, and I went through I basically eliminated sugar from his diet, and that kid ate nothing but sugar. And I mean, like I said, I was drinking a lot, and they say that sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. So I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna make my son stop eating sugar, I'm gonna stop drinking alcohol. And so we did it together. He was about 13, and we just went on a sugar detox for 2 weeks, and just the most amazing things happened. At that time, I wasn't used to eating fruits. I wouldn't generally eat fruit or vegetables. So when I just detoxed, when I went on a sugar detox, I just went straight, no fruits, no sugar. You can have like diet soda, or stevia, but try for the next 2 weeks to do sugar free or under 30 grams of sugar a day. All right, so what do we have here? All right, so we have the 7 chakras laid out right here. For your base chakra, I feel like there's really stable, very stable, concrete. It's your connection to earth and your survival instincts. And so I feel like there's a very strong connection to earth. There may be, there's a thin line between love and hate, right? So with this one, to me, it's a great thing because it's like the father figure, and he's stern, and he's concrete, and he's stable, he's grounded. He's very, very grounded if you see the concrete. But he's also very cold. It could be very cold and very, I mean, it could turn into like having things in order and having things in order, but then becoming overbearing, like over controlling. And that can also come with anger. And so that maybe come out as possessive, egotistical, materialism. And so far right here though, I'm seeing a good balance though. It's just kind of like, be careful that you don't overdo things. Like you're the shit, you're in charge, but don't go overboard with that security. For your 2nd chakra, children, your sexuality, relationships, this is like amazing. It looks like there's just happiness. You're sexual, you're creative. If not sexual, you maybe have a healthy outlet of creativity going out. For the 3rd chakra, that's associated with your self-esteem, the way you relate to the world. And again, it's kind of cold. I feel like maybe you or somebody around you is like withholding expression, or not expression, but more like of the passion. I don't see passion. There is contentment and joy and wishes being fulfilled and speaking optimistically, but there's just kind of some kind of like coldness and just like setting boundaries. You may be cutting people out that are triggering. And so sometimes too, also when you're self-confident and you have great self-worth, and it's kind of like, I don't need you, like I'm up here, and you kind of, and these two people seem just kind of cold to me. But maybe it's not cold, it's just it's like, you know what you want, you know your standards, you have your boundaries, and you're going for it. You're just not letting other distractions get in. And so this reminds me too, it's like lately I've been like feeling like this, like, move, get out of my way, I gotta get here, and I have like everything in control and everything. I have like, my home, organized, and if somebody comes in, I feel like you're gonna mess things up. Or like I have my business, my schedule, my daily schedule, I gotta get here, I gotta get there. And kind of setting those boundaries, or like walls. But I feel like they're healthy boundaries. They're healthy boundaries. They're healthy walls that you're setting up, because you have this strong sense of like instincts, your survival skills, and you're like, I gotta do this and I gotta get this way, and I'm good when it comes to like my sexuality, my creativity. I like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna get your heart is good. You feel like wishes are being fulfilled. It's associated with love and generosity and compassion, forgiveness. But I feel like you're alone. Like you're just like, you're alone, but you're good. But people may see you as threatening, or not scary, but yeah, scary. Like, ooh, he's gonna yell at me. They're gonna, like, it's just somebody who has their shit together, that's just like, I gotta do this, and that, and I'm on a mission, I'm on the move. And the way you communicate is also really good. Optimistic. So yeah, it's like forgiveness, giving back to your community. What brings you joy? What's that creative outlet? How are you expressing your needs? You're communicating what your needs are. They're being met. There's this equal give and take. So now it's the main focus here is the seventh chakra, your mental health, your knowledge, your spiritual enlightenment. So I feel like you're pretty much, you're good, you're grounded, you're stable, you have a healthy set of boundaries, you have a healthy set of creativity. Your communication is great. You're in the community, giving and taking back and forth. And now the one is, it's seventh chakra. Like, what is it? Like, who is God? What is my purpose? What is It's that spiritual enlightenment. What is that passion? There's something else out there for me. Or there's something else out there bigger. So what is the message of the day? What is the chakra affirmation? What is your affirmation, your daily affirmation? There's your base. We got that yesterday too. Patience. Building a strong foundation. See, and he's like strong, sturdy, a foundation. Give me one more card. Okay. So the first base, patience. That was yesterday too, patience. Patience. I observed in nature, growth takes me. As I observe in nature, growth takes me. This is time for reflection, persistence, and surrender as things unfold in their own pace. I remain calm and tolerant during any challenging times. See? I develop a quiet hope and expectations based on trust in both myself and in my higher purpose. Building a strong foundation. I create stability and security and adequately providing myself with the basic needs of a healthy life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I use my creativity to build a strong foundation, as this is an essential key to my survival growth. See, so the creativity is pretty good here too. This is the creativity. I use my creativity to build a strong foundation, as this is an essential key to my survival and growth. The more inner and outer stability I have, the more grounded and fulfilling my life will become. So the stability within your emotions, and then the physical stability with your home, your food, your shelter. I respect myself and take care of my physical body by nurturing and nourishing it. My body tells me what it needs. So again, taking the time out to sit down and get in alignment, be mindful. What is your body? What is your mind? What is it saying? And what is the new words that you're going to tell yourself today to move forward with a optimistic perspective, helping you make better choices today. It's helping you to eliminate and stay away from the sugar today. Okay? And then in 2 weeks, we're going to add another sector, another layer, another life sector for us to assess and add another daily habit. And then by the end of the 12 weeks, we would have accomplished 90 days in establishing new daily habits, and you'll see how your whole energy, how your whole aura, your physical and mental energy is going to change. And so I want you to take pictures, write down in your journal. Make sure you get your Phoenix journal on Amazon, because we're going to start creating our vision board in 2 weeks from today, 2 Mondays, or today's Tuesday, but 2 Mondays, 2 weeks today, 2 weeks from today on Monday. If that makes sense. All right, so your third chakra, we got this one yesterday, oneness and unity. I accept the oneness in all life, and I know I am one with others on this journey. I support them and let them support me. I have brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. I allow myself to empathize and sympathize with others, and I choose to see love in all around me. I see everything as part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. I find common ground with others rather than differences, as this brings harmony into my life and into theirs. I see everything as part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. So this person right here is kind of cold. She's very straightforward. And so allow yourself to emphasize and be sympathetic with other people. Choose to see the love around you. The seventh chakra. Selflessness. I am kind to all. I am aware that everything I do or say affects others. I will help those who seek it. I will seek out ways to be a service. I develop an attitude for looking for ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. I develop an attitude looking for ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. Everything I do from a spiritual perspective, and I put my heart into it. So it's like doing things out of love and not out of ego. Not out of like, what's in it for me? And that's what I was saying, that if this becomes too strong, this become very ego-based, and then this it becomes a lack. So it's like the balance, the yin and the yang. I like to think that my husband is very strong dominant in his base, and I'm very strong dominant in my seventh chakra. So I'm good with the mental health, and my spiritual enlightenment, that can get me very into like a woohoo fairy tale la la land. But that's because as being a woman, being like married, I had the blessing to have my husband, really take care of my basic survival needs, my home, food, my basic necessities. And him, he's a complete opposite. He wasn't strong in his like spiritual belief, spiritual enlightenment. And so as we've had these fights, these back and forth, it's forced me to get in tune with my personal growth, my instincts, and learn, wait, I could do this on my own. I don't need you. It doesn't mean that we're gonna divorce or that I don't want to be with you. I just want to be full and whole and stand my ground and come and meet you together. And likewise with him, instead of him becoming, I'm going to take charge and I'm going to take this and this is how it's going to go, and very easily, especially with like Latinos, they become very controlling and very egotistical and very materialistic if they feel like they don't have patience. And so remembering that building a strong foundation takes patience. The wall of China wasn't built overnight. So having patience is taking that time to breathe, to be mindful, and be like, all right, I understand that this is happening for a reason. I'm going to have patience. I'm going to do everything from a spiritual perspective and put my heart into it. Putting your looking at things from a spiritual perspective. What does that mean? To me, it's like, instead of being defensive when somebody does me wrong, when I'm triggered, and I'm like, oh, I'm impatient. It's like, oh, why am I being impatient? Okay, well, maybe this is a lesson for me to teach me to be patient. And it takes a long time to be able to get to the point where you're awakened to your emotions and you can like constantly challenge yourself. So this is why I'm decided to do the chakra readings in the morning, to just really get people awakened and aligned to their emotions, their thoughts, their feelings, and how is that, how are the alarms physically sounding in your body? What does your physical body feel like and look like? What does your home feel like and look like? And your environment around you, and so then where do you see it's your life. You make the assessments. Where is there room for improvement? So let's do 3 Archangel Michael Oracle cards. So yeah, with my husband and I, the yin and the yang, the complete opposites. I was to this and to that, and we're so passionate and emotional that we go hard. But we love each other. So then it's like, okay, fine. I'll look into this spiritual stuff. I'm like, fine, I'll look into this, building my own foundation. Like, I'm a woman, but, shutting off those belief systems that no longer serve us. We're taught, like, as a little girl, the knight in the shining armor is going to come and rescue you and take care of you. And you're going to be the princess or the queen. It doesn't work that way. That's not in this life. We got to work equal partners. You work, I work, we come home together, we cook, we clean, we do things together. 50-50, right? All right. But what are those belief systems within you that get triggered? Because I used to get triggered really bad. You don't love me. I can't believe that. Decide to be happy now. See? Optimistic. This is a very happy reading right here. This is very happy. The only ones is like this, because it's can become, if not watch, it can become too materialistic, mind, and too greedy, and it can become greed, ego, and that steps away from God, from your chakra, from the higher spirit. And so make sure that there's a happy, healthy balance. All right. Decide to be happy now. The angels have heard you and are answering your prayers. Instead of making your happiness contingent upon future events, you can decide to be happy now. One way to do so is to focus on everything and everyone for whom you feel grateful. What is working well in your life? What are your blessings and strengths? By allowing yourself to experience joy and pleasure, now you become empowered. Take control of your life and prevent outside influences from determining how you feel. Possible specific meanings is detach from drama, expect a miracle, write a gratitude list, and maintain positive thoughts about the situation. Open your heart to love. The prayer is, thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. It's my life. Your children are watched over by angels. Archangel Michael wants you to know that he's paying particular attention to your children. He's guiding them to stay safe, develop their spiritual gifts, and discover and follow their divine life purpose. Michael also ensures that their peers are trustworthy and good influences. Possible specific meanings is that your life purpose involves children. A healthy pregnancy and birth is ensured, and an adoption will be successful. Spend time with the indigo or crystal children, or take care of your inner child by playing and having fun. Decide to be happy now. Or it can mean a child in heaven is happy and sending you love. It also can mean your children are okay, and to give worries about your children to God and the angels. The prayer is, dear guardian angel of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and a role model for my own and other people's children. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. Archangel Michael sees that guilt is interfering with the happiness you seek. You're blaming yourself for something that's in the past, but it's time to let go, especially since self-blame is unproductive and unhealthy. You were doing the best you could at the time. You've done nothing wrong. Possible specific meanings is think and speak lovingly about yourself. Stop ruminating about the past. Send blessings to those you're angry with as a way of healing yourself and the situation. Know that you can't control other people's feelings or reactions. You could also join a support group such as Al-Anon. The prayer is, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So, that is the message. Decide to be happy today. So it's about having a healthy balance between I can take care of myself, setting boundaries on people that maybe lower your energy, but finding forgiveness. You know, just because you do not maybe enjoy somebody or have a need to be around somebody, maybe somebody did you wrong and you're like, F them, I'm cutting them off. And you let them go, you never see them, whatever. But still find it time in your place in your heart to forgive that person and cut cords with them so that energy is no longer with you. Doesn't mean that you have to be around that person if you don't want to, but if you can. I love to challenge myself with somebody that I've gotten into a physical altercation or a verbal verbiage is then I'll come back and people will be like, oh, you're dumb, no, I'm seeing why am I being triggered? Why am I being triggered? And what is the belief system there that's preventing me from being unconditional and loving, open, seeing things from a spiritual perspective and not taking things personal. If I take things personal and things trigger me, it's something within me, what's a belief system within myself that's not in alignment with my true authentic self. So be open, forgive yourself. You did nothing wrong. You did the best you could with what you had. Your children are being watched over. I just thought about, wow, this one's deep. Your children from heaven are sending you a hello, and you know who you are. So I love you. I love you, my friend. So yeah, having that contentment and knowing. Getting more in tune. If you work on getting on your intuition is your imagination. It's that child, it's that inner child within you. Let yourself be happy today as you would. Bring your inner child out. And this is going to bring your base chakra, back into alignment so you're not so cold and strong. So you're more of like the mother figure, the fun, loving, nurturing, that's not like so, that's stereotyping, but, look at the picture. I need something a little bit more softer in my life. It's good to have boundaries and have, discipline, but it doesn't have to go overboard. So be careful with that. Have some fun, be childlike, and so let's start the day with deciding to be happy today and putting a smile on your face and looking at this new challenge as an opportunity for growth, for success, for love. I hope this helps, and comment, let me know. Keep in mind that this is a collective reading tip for the collective. So if you want a personal reading, click on the link below. I'm on day 2 of a 6-month detox challenge. I don't even know what to call it yet. I just know that it sounds 6 months sounds like too long. So I'm doing baby steps. I'm just taking it into sections. So I'm gonna look at the next 2 weeks, detoxing sugar, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed. We're gonna slowly, gradually get into the circle of life and assess their full life within the next 6 months. If you want personal one-on-one, you can book me as your personal health coach. Otherwise, just follow along, and let's start working with the emotions. What are those belief systems that no longer serve you? And I'll see you later. Bye.